Hey guys, welcome back to BPGR Live, and today we're going to talk about how why the sudden focus on guns and why am I now covering this kind of stuff. Well, a big part of the reason is I've always actually really enjoyed guns. I've shot several. I have never had an issue with them. However, my wife has. Well, not that she's had an issue. She was just very anti-gun up until recently. And I mean, to some degree, they do still make her slightly nervous. Now, she was the reason why I've always been very respectful about not owning one because of the way she feels about them, which her biggest concern has always been our kids getting a hold of them. But it's just like anything else, you gotta keep that stuff in a place where that's not going to necessarily be a concern. Which no ammo is capable of getting in anyone's hands in this house without getting into a locked area first. So that's all locked down, and there's no way for them to ever use them or play with them as a toy. Which is the biggest argument that you always have to keep in mind is a lot of people go, oh, well, why are you buying this toy? Why are you wanting to play with this? It's not a toy. That's your first mistake, is you're thinking of a gun as a toy, which it isn't. There's nothing... I mean, they are enjoyable and fun if you were taking the correct safety procedures, but they are a tool. That is how you have to look at these. It's just like a drill. If I use a drill improperly, I'm still able to kill myself with the drill. As unpleasant and painful as that would be, I'm still able to do it. My son would still be able to do it. My daughter would still be able to do it. All it takes is a drill right to the head. Done. So that's kind of the point, is you have all these other things around the house that are just as capable of dealing that kind of damage. But people view them as tools, whereas people tend to view guns as toys, which isn't the case. You also have a lot of people that are always saying, oh, well, if we just got rid of guns, then we wouldn't have any crime. So that's not true. Not even to any kind of extent is that... No. Nope. So, heroin's illegal. Guess what we have a really big problem with? Heroin. Most people that do buy guns in a legal fashion, such as going to a gun store and having a background check ran, which they do for every gun purchase, you get your gun right there on the spot. But they're running a background check to make sure I don't have any felonies and that I have not done anything that would warrant me not being allowed to own a gun. So, then, if I'm buying this legally and I'm abiding the law and I'm carrying this firearm in a legal fashion, there should be no issue. The people that you should have issue with are the people that are obtaining these in illegal ways. Specifically, the people that are buying them off of the black market, which a lot of you are going, oh, now he's going a little bit conspiracy. He's talking about black market. It's not even kind of true. If you know how to access the deep web, you will be very aware that the black market is still a thing. Or I should say the dark web, not the deep web. Two very different things. But yeah, the black market is still very, very much so a thing. And it's even online now if you know how to use the dark web, which is even scarier. You can even buy Hitman on there if you wanted. I don't mean the game, I mean a literal Hitman. And the pricing is the part that should really shock you. Like, we're talking like under 10 grand to have someone bumped off. The whole point of why I would like to have one and I would like to be covered is, obviously I've had some drama before on YouTube. So I'm sure some of you remember the incident as it played out. And I'm not necessarily specifically referring to that, because in that particular situation I still feel fine, comfortable, and confident, as I do in most situations. But there are a lot of variables that you have there. we've had doors kicked down in our neighborhood before, and the people were held hostage while their whole house got ransacked. Well, they also weren't gun owners. If you have a gun, because I can tell you this, if anyone were to touch any of my children in a fashion that would be potentially leading to harm for my children, I could easily pull that trigger and kill someone without a second thought in my head. And that is the big reason why I bought them, was for defense for my family. I'm not worried about the person who wants to start a fight with me because they're not carrying a gun, and if you're wanting to fight, there's a big difference between we're having a fist fight and all of a sudden now a gun is drawn. I can't fight someone with my fist who draws a gun. Doesn't matter how badass you think you are, you can't punch a bullet out of the air. That bullet's still going to wind up in your hand even if you try. So it comes down to wanting to adequately defend and protect my family. Again, I do enjoy shooting them, so I have spent the last couple days, of course they're mowing my lawn right now, I have spent the last couple days up at the shooting range with my wife and one of my buddies. I'm sure some of you saw the shooting range video for the RM380, which I will be going into a couple gun reviews. I'm going to be doing some throwing knife tutorials. I will also be showing you all how to make a throwing knife target. I used to be really good with throwing knives. And my wife's first question is, if you have a gun, why do you need throwing knives? Sometimes guns jam. Sometimes you need a backup weapon. You gotta always be prepared for the stuff you don't see coming. It's how life works. You can plan all you want. It doesn't mean things will always go the exact way you've planned. I've shot through both the guns I just recently bought. I've shot a couple hundred rounds of ammo through both. Neither one has had a problem except for the RM380, and that was only while my wife was shooting it, and that was because she pulled a really soft trigger pull, and I don't think the hammer hit correctly because I ejected both of the rounds that she had an issue with, and they shot just fine after I did it, which she could have also just pulled again because they're double action. So, guys, I hope that this kind of enlightened you all to why I'm doing these videos. I would like for you all to feel confident with these videos. I would like for you all to feel confident with firearms for those of you who choose to purchase them. I'm not saying any of you need to run out and buy them. I'm not saying if you feel uncomfortable with firearms, then you can get over it. I'm explaining to you why I purchased them and why I am doing this content, and I'm very happy that this is stuff I'm able to bring to you. Eventually, I will try to get some more guns. Obviously, guns aren't exactly cheap. Who knows? Maybe eventually I'll start like a Kickstarter or something to do a couple more reviews. Currently, I mean, on the list of guns I would like to pick up, a Beretta M9 is like the top one. Like, that's what I would love to be my concealed carry gun, but they're also like $600, hence why I did not purchase a Beretta M9. But guys, I'll have more content coming for you soon. I hope you all enjoyed this video and enjoyed kind of the explanation. Oh, I forgot. The way this happened, too, because my wife, as I said, has always been very anti-gun. We were driving by Gander Mountain, and she goes, let's go look at their clearance since they're clearancing everything out, which I instantly took as my birthday's this month, so I'm going to buy a gun while we're there. She got a little upset. She was like, you're not even going to think about this? To which I really wanted to respond with, I've thought about this for the 8 years we've been together, and now I'm acting on it. So, but she didn't really give me too much crap. It was just sort of a, really? But now we have guns. She's now shot both of the guns. I think she feels a lot more comfortable and confident having them in the house as well. And I'm also going to be getting my concealed carry here on Saturday, so that'll be interesting. That'll be fun. If you have any recommendations for a great concealed carry holster that can hold a 380 and a medium-sized 9mm, let me know. But guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon, and I'll have plenty more content coming for you.